In Donggala, many are surviving on coconuts and whatever else they can scavenge from the rubble. The death toll now stands at 1,424. Thousands more people are in hospital. Well, Wayne Hay is our correspondent, and he's managed to get to Donggala, one of the few international news teams, Wayne, to get to this part of the Sulawesi island. What have you discovered there?
Well, Martine, we have discovered that there are entire communities that have disappeared here. I mean, the scene behind me may look like a beach, but really, up until Friday last week, this was a tightly packed fishing village, and now it is completely gone. Livelihoods swept away when those huge waves came through here, swept down the bay towards Palu city, taking absolutely everything with them. As you mentioned, this area very close to the epicenter of the earthquake, really the largest significant population to the quake. So clearly it was felt very strong by the people here, and they say that they had just 2 minutes before the first wave came, 2 minutes after the earthquake struck. There was a lot of concern since Friday about the people in this area. The population is just under 300,000 because communication was largely cut off. Access was pretty much cut off as well. So the fate of the population here was largely unknown. Officially, the death toll is around 150, just over 150 here. Many more people are still missing, they think, or at least some people are still missing. They presume they have been swept out to sea because there is no search and rescue operation going on here. There is no sign of any rebuilding, no heavy machinery coming in here to clear away the rubble, so that process can perhaps start. It's simply a case of people either sitting around contemplating what has happened with them, people picking through what is left of their homes, their communities, trying to find anything that may be left of value, Martine.
And tell us about your journey from Palu, the main city on the island, your journey to Donggala, because presumably that would be the journey that any aid supplies and rescuers and help would have to take as well.
Yes, well, that road is now largely open. It's not a direct line as it used to be, a fairly smooth road along this coastline between Palu and Donggala. You certainly have to deviate off hillside inland around some of the damaged roads. There is still a lot of debris over some sections of the road, so it does take some time, but certainly that road between Palu city and Donggala is open now. Aid can get through. Heavy machinery could probably get through as well, but again, there is no sign of that. Some aid is coming through, but the people here are saying it is not enough. They need more water, they need food, they need some medical supplies and other things like that. They do say, though, that even though communication was cut off and the fate of the people here, as I say, was largely unknown in the aftermath of the quake and tsunami, that some aid was immediately coming through from another direction, from the west, from basically this end of the peninsula, coming through from other areas of Sulawesi. So they were getting some assistance very early on, but it's just that not much was known about that because the communication was so difficult. On Wednesday, we saw the Indonesian president come here. Joko Widodo. It was his first visit to Donggala because there had been a lot of publicity about the fact that there was no communication, there was no access to this area. So he wanted to come and see exactly what the scene was, what the people needed, and he's promised that the government will help with the communities here. They will give them cash to rebuild. The people say here they very much will need that money, but they will believe it when they see it.
OK, Wayne, thank you very much. Wayne Hay, live there in Donggala, a small fishing community.